Now, whatever it is you want to get off your chest, you can do it right away. Shannon, how are you?
Hey, Jeremy.
How are things? Sorry for keeping you on hold for so long.
It's all right. I don't want.
Now, what's up with you? Fellas, is that right? You have a problem with fellas?
No, it's not even fellas, right? Do you know, well, you probably don't know because you're a fella, right? I was out on Saturday night and me and the girls are on it been talking about it in the car. Like, we don't understand fellas. When you're going to the bar,
yeah,
they try to make themselves be mad, big and mad and be like, right, I'll get you a drink, do you want a drink and all. When we have our own money because we wouldn't be out if we didn't have our own money.
Some girls do go out without any money on them.
Some girls do, but
Tramps,
yeah,
that's it.
Hooers,
yeah.
So I was going to the bar and some fella says to me, I'll get you a drink, and I said, no, it's grand, like, don't have me on money. So you take out your money and they're like, no, I'll get this and all. But then they don't get it for you.
Is this just a random bloke you meet at the bar, is it?
Yeah. But like even fellas in general that are trying to get stuck into you, but they make a big deal and say, oh, I'll get you a drink, do you want a drink? And then they don't get you the drink, like. And
do they get stuck into you?
No.
Oh, so you don't give them anything until you get a drink, do you not?
No, because I buy my own drink, so I don't want their drink. But the point is, you don't want their drink, but they make a big deal out of saying they're going to buy you a drink and then they don't buy it. So why do they say it? Why can't they just come up and say hey to you? And have a conversation with you, like, instead of saying, I'll buy you a drink. Because
I think that's probably the best way to start chatting up a woman, is it? To say, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah, but that's scandalous. Like, if someone get you a drink, you just buy them a drink and bring it over to them. Instead of just saying hey to you or trying to start a conversation with you, they say, I'll buy you a drink, and I'll buy you a drink. But you don't want their drink.
And can I ask you another question, Shannon?
Yeah.
Does it annoy you when men just won't leave you alone on a night out? Because I've always wondered, does that bother women? Are you there?
He's gone.
Hello, I'm not gone, I'm here. Oh no. Will you get Shannon back there, Michelle, please? Or I want to hear from another woman on this as well. If you're a woman, yeah, you're a woman. I want to know, because I'm not a woman. Men, when we go out on nights out, we don't get chatted up by women. Women never come up to us, never. Back in my single days and all that, women would never ever approach me. That's because I'm not that good looking. But what's it like for girls? In my gig the other night, there was a friend of mine who was there. She's a girl, and she was getting hassle all night long from fellas coming up saying, "Oh, can I buy you a drink? Will you dance me? Blah 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 blah. Bullshit." And does that bother women? Does it bother you, Shannon?
No, like, not really. Like, there's certain types, I think. Like, if it's fine, like, it's you don't want to be ignorant. Like, I try never to be ignorant to anybody. If someone comes up to me and says hey to me, I say hey back to them and talk to them. But you just get some creeps, like, you know straight away a creep to a normal person, like.
Oh, now how do you know a creep?
Like, how, like, just by the way they carry it, like, by the way they dance now. Like, some fellas will just come right up behind you and just start, like, dry humping you that you don't know. Like, why?
Yeah, women don't like that dry humping, sure they don't.
No, you're just standing there and some random comes up and he's all over your arse. Now, like, why would you bother, like?
He was all over your arse?
Yeah, I just think fellas should just say, what's up, or hey, or something, instead of pretending to buy you a drink and pretending to be hard, man, or else dry humping you when they don't even know you.
What, so you actually get fellas that come up behind you and start rubbing up against you?
Yeah, I work in a pub and I'm in work and this happens to me, not even out in a nightclub, in work, trying to do my job.
And that obviously bothers you, does it?
Yeah, very much so. Some man licked the back of my neck, some old man, one day when I was in work, came right up behind me and licked me.
Licked you? What part of you did he lick?
The back of my neck, right up to my ear. I went in and sobbed in the toilet.
Jeez, what age was this fella?
He was a bit, no exaggeration, I'd say about 65 or probably.
Oh yeah, that's it. And he went up behind you?
He's like a local in the bar. Yeah, I ran around. I wanted to run around and tell me nanny. It's horrible. Men are perverts. A lot of men are.
We're not all perverts.
No, like there's
just the ones that are over 65. They're all perverts.
And then you meet some lovely men. When you work in a pub, it opens your eyes. Like, you meet some lovely men, but then you meet perverts, like real bad perverts. Is
that a true story that a fella actually licked the back of your neck?
Yeah, no, I swear to God.
And what did he think that was going to do for you?
I don't know. I ran away, but the next time, every time he sees me now, he says hey to you and pretends. He says hey chicken to me and all. And he pretends nothing happened. He's a vile man.
Oh, that is vile. I mean, there's other parts of a woman you can lick if you want to get her going, but her neck isn't one of them.
And especially when you're not the same age as them. And when they're in work, like, don't do it when they're working.
Don't do it any time.
No, never, no.
And he just walked straight up behind you and...
I was standing at the bar trying to get a drink and...
Oh my God, that is absolutely disgusting.
And I was only 18 at the time, like, that's not on.
But what you're saying is that you don't mind fellas chatting you up until they're not sleazy about it.
No, like, I try not to be, that's my number one rule. I try not to be ignorant to anybody. I talk to anybody.
Oh, you can tell that by you.
Yeah, like, if they're civil enough, then that's grand, but then you just get some weirdos.
And come here, someone wants to know, this is me asking this question, somebody texted in 53104, do you dress trampy when you go out?
No, I wouldn't, no, I wouldn't say so, no.
What do you mean you wouldn't say so?
No, like, a dress probably most of the time. I wouldn't, no, like, mental boob tubes or any of that.
No boob tubes?
Or, like, shorts up your hoop or, no.
Shorts up your hoop?
Like that.
You can't beat the shorts up your hoop, sure you can.
No.
So you wear like those maxi dresses down to your toenails?
No, you don't mind showing a bit of leg, but you don't want it up your hole, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, up your hole.
Yeah, you have to show off your asses, but not too much.
Okay, so just show a little bit of flesh.
Yeah, like, because God gave you lovely curves, so you might as well show them.
I know, but some women's curves are too big, Shannon.
Do you have a problem with big girls?
No, I don't. All girls are beautiful, Shannon.
All right, okay. Right,
thanks. Yeah. Bye. Jeez, I got out of that one quickly. No, I think all girls are beautiful no matter what size you are, and I've said this before in the show, and at the risk of being offensive, I'll say it again. The very, very large girls shouldn't show any flesh. Is that not fair to say? Nobody wants to see it.
Jeremy Dixon, that is so mean.
Oh God, I'm being screamed at down my headphones now. What? It's true. Everybody believes that.
No, that is... No.
Oh, there's a row going on here. Yes, big. I've always said that I think... oh no, I better just shut up. So, Melissa, how are you?
Hi, Jeremy. How's
Just forget what I said there, okay?
I will.
Big girls should not cover up.
No, Jeremy, mine is actually about people driving in the bus lane.
Oh. Why, are you a taxi driver?
No, I'm not.
Well, why would it bother you, someone driving in the bus lane?
Because they're skipping traffic and I can't.
I know, I drove in the bus lane and got home today in about 15 minutes.
Well, see, people like you deserve to be caught. It irritates me, and I think there's nothing better than when you see a guard hiding behind a bus stop or hiding at a wall and people getting pulled in one after another. It's so annoying, people driving in it.
I've only been caught once doing it. I don't do it all the time because it is illegal and all that, and I'm not promoting breaking the law. But it's very tempting, Melissa, when you're driving home and the bus lane is empty, there's nobody in it, and you just nip into the left and you're home in a jiffy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I would love to have the nerve to do it, but I just wouldn't.
Ah, so that's what it is. So you're jealous of me, are you?
No, I'm not jealous. I wouldn't say that. But it's so annoying when people are just flying by and they shoot down, and you can see they're going through probably 4 sets of lights ahead of you, and you're still sitting there bumper to bumper, and it winds me up big time. And you wouldn't have the balls to do it? No, I definitely wouldn't. And even, like, I know taxi men, the bus lane are for them, but then when they're going in and out of the traffic, that annoys me as well. Just pick your lane and stay in it and just deal with the traffic. Oh no, I won't let a taxi man back in if he's driving in the bus lane and he tries to get back into your lane. Good luck to him. You can stay. You can stay in the shagging bus lane. Here's the thing though. If you got pulled over by the guards driving in the bus lane, Melissa, yeah, all you'd have to do is start crying and he'd let you away with it. No, that is true. That's true. It's not, and especially not with Vanguarders. Oh no, Vanguarders are weapons, aren't they? Witches, well, absolute witches. don't mess with a Vanguarder. Whatever chance you have with a... Girls have a bit of a chance with guards, but not with Vanguarders. No, if you start crying to a Vanguarder now, she'd just laugh at you, wouldn't she? Probably take out the handcuffs, yeah. No, I was caught in a bus lane once when I was only learning how to drive. Yeah. And I used the excuse that I pulled in because I got a cramp in my leg, but she wasn't having any of it at all, so... I learned my lesson. I didn't get penalty points. I didn't get a fine. So I just wouldn't have the nerve to do it now. I was only 17 when I done it, and no. But it does wind. Yeah, it's not as if you're shooting somebody. No, I know, but the points aren't worth it either. 2 points and an €80 fine. I don't think you get penalty points for driving in a bus lane. No, you do. 2 points and a fine. Are you sure? Stuff. No, you don't, Melissa. Honestly. No, you do. Well, I was caught driving in a bus lane and I didn't get penalty points. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You see, the time I was caught was I only ever done it once, and I was caught. And I didn't get anything, but I work in insurance and people ring me up to add the points onto their licence, and it is for bus lane.
Oh, do people actually, when they get points on their licence, that they ring you to let you know about it?
You're supposed to, yeah.
Oh, are you supposed to?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, anything that's a greater risk, you're supposed to ring your insurance and let them know.
So every time you get penalty points, you're supposed to ring them up and tell them you have penalty points?
Let them know, yeah.
I don't think anybody does that.
Yeah, they do.
What insurance company do you work for?
123.
123.ie.
That's it.
And your policy is that people should ring up when they get penalty points?
Standard in all motor policies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, any compulsory insurance, you have to ring them up and let them know that they have that you've received more penalty points. But I've spoke to customers like who got multiple, for being on the mobile phone in a bus lane, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should be ringing them.
Well, anyway, all you need to know is, Melissa, while I'm not condoning this, all you need to know is I got home in 15 minutes today.
Well, I'm disgusted, Jeremy.
No, I'm not, because I got home in time to watch Hollyoaks. It was great.
Well, I'll post you in a book of the rules of the road, and anyway for your insurance to update them on what you need to.
Okay, thanks, Melissa.
No bother.
Bye. She is right. If you drive in a bus lane, you are breaking the law. But it's not a serious law. It's not if you're beating somebody else or anything. And I've mentioned many times on the show, you will know, that it's the only law that I do break. And the reason I break it is because I hate having to reheat my dinner in the microwave oven. Have you ever eaten a dinner that's come out of a microwave oven? It's manky. All dried up and... So if I get home at a certain time, I get fresh dinner. So if that means driving in the bus lane... And now, can anybody confirm or deny that? Do you get penalty points for the bus lane? Does anybody know? Lots of people are texting in to say you don't get points for bus lane. I don't think you do. I think it's just a slap on the wrist. It's just a telling off. Stephen, are you a guard, are you?
I'm not, no.
No, but you've had a run-in with a guard, have you?
I'd run over a yard there the night before last there. I was pulling for speeding, right? But there was two van girls, two girls.
Yeah.
So, girl is right, but, right, I was chatting with her and she was always a bit happy, and I told her, I says, look, I says, I just filled her full of shit. I says, look, I says, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I says, you believe
whoa, hang on. You were pulled in by a vanguard and you told her she was the most beautiful woman you'd ever seen.
I told her, she was brutal, right? I don't know how to keep a straight face, I swear to God. and I got off it.
No way, because you told her she was beautiful.
Aye.
Really?
I did.
And what did she... Okay, tell me exactly what you said to her.
I said, she was giving off to me with speeding, right? And I said, look, I just basically talking shit. And I told her, I says, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I said, in a long time. I said, especially a woman in uniform. So thanks very much. Just change your attitude straight away. And I don't know how I this.
So when you told her that she was the most beautiful woman ever, that just...
That melted her. Yep. And let me go on.
Even though you were speeding?
Yep.
And are you saying she was a complete bowler, was she?
Oh, yes, she was ugly, but I tell you what, I think she was hit out. She fell out ugly 3 and every sticking the way down.
So you lied to her basically to get off the speeding.
I lied to her, but I don't know. Hope she's not listening to this show tonight.
No, she can't get you now. It's all safe now. What speed were you doing?
I was doing 43 and the 30. Jeez.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And can you tell me if you get if you can get penalty points for driving in a bus lane?
You can drive in a bus lane at certain times, but before you can't go by 7:30 to 7:30, I think it is, or 7 to 7, I think it is.
No, but if you are caught driving in a bus lane when you're not supposed to, can you get penalty points?
I think you can. I am fined as well.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Stephen. I'll try and find out. There's a bit of advice for you, lads. If you get pulled in by a vanguard, just tell her that she's gorgeous and you get off. There seems to be mass confusion about this. Maybe somebody can confirm or deny. Do you actually get penalty points for driving in the bus lane? Because I can't for the life of me find out. Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. What is the story? Do you get penalty points for driving in a bus lane? AJ, you're on FM104. Good evening.
Hey, Jeremy, alright?
How are things? Are you alright?
Not bad. I'm a bit freaked out at the moment.
I believe something spooky happened to you, is that right?
Yeah, I went to my niece's communion there on Saturday, and it was at 11, and at 12:30, as we were going in, we were all told, turn your phones off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's easier just for me to take the battery out, so that was the end. But put it in my pocket. So the ceremony was over, and we went outside, the kids were taking photographs, so I went outside with my stepfather and stuff like that. Like, so I decided, don't use my phone. So I put the phone together again and typed in my PIN code. Now, you know, like, it's a 4-PIN code, yeah? Now, other people usually remember it by putting, like, their year of their birth or the 2 dates, like, or something to remind them of, yeah?
Yeah.
So I had an ex-girlfriend that was a stalker, and she used to know all my numbers. So I said, "Oh, she'll never get this, right?" So I was into like the likes of Michael Moore movies and Halloween shit like years ago. So
yeah.
my PIN code was 0666.
Okay, the devil's number, yeah.
Yeah, the devil's number. Now, when I tried to put it in, right, 0666, went beep. I said, right, no bother, I'll do it again. Right, 666, beep, wouldn't go. And I said, oh shit, right, I won't do it again. So I took the battery out, plugged it back in again, and went 666, no, again, no, and I said, here. So the kids started coming out again, and I started getting a bit, what the what am I, I'm not even drunk, what's the story here? Like, it's only 12 o'clock in the morning. So we were all walking out towards the car, and I tried it 2 more times, wouldn't work. And then when I get into the car, I said, here, ma'am, press that there, will you see? And she goes, well, what's your number? I said, 0666. She typed it, no. So typed it again, no. So we took it back, and as we were leaving the church grounds, as soon as we left the church grounds onto the main road, we took a left. As soon as I typed it in, it worked.
Ooh.
So that freaked me out. It only copped onto it. I said, man, Jesus, what's the story here? Like, isn't that just freaky, the way I wasn't allowed to put the 666 in the church grounds, but as soon as I got out of it, it worked. Straight away. So
do you believe that the reason you couldn't put 666 in was because you were in a church?
I don't know, Jeremy. I'm freaked out since Saturday. As soon as I got to the hotel about 2 o'clock, I ordered a pint of Bud, please, quickly, and I milked it back. I was freaked out. When I started talking to people, telling them, they said, I hear you're bleeding mad. And I said, no, this is what happened. Like, see, any ex-girlfriend, no one's going to come up with 0666.
No, who'd have that as their code?
Well,
well, you did, obviously.
Yeah, just to deter it, like, but the thing that freaked me out, Jamie, is that it didn't work in the grounds, and I could have easily got blocked, and it would have been hassle. But as soon as I got out, it worked straight away. So 666 would not work inside the church, but it would work outside the church. It didn't. That's what, like, your listeners are going to think I'm a lunatic or something, but I'm just trying to say that it did work when I was in there. But as soon as, even other people were, even my mother and my stepfather, both different times tried to do it and it wouldn't work. And I said, don't do it a third time because it'll be blocked, and that's just problems. So as soon as we left and we got out onto the main road, turned left, it worked straight away. And do you believe in that whole devil thing and all that? No, you see, look, Jeremy, I done that as a joke about a year and a half ago, yeah? Just with the lads, we were all, I said, this girlfriend's bleeding, a lunatic, a stalker. So we changed it. We were watching Halloween, and I just said, here, I'll put it myself, 0666, just for the crack of it, you know, she'll never get that. And she didn't. But I've used it always since, you know, my battery went dead and stuff like that. And it's weird. I only copped on that it wouldn't work. And I was like, oh, jeez, this is an old phone. I thought it was the reception and everything. But then it just dawned on me. I said, why is it working now? And I said, Jesus, 666. So it's free. Let's stay there for a sec, AJ. Stay there, because somebody just texted in to say that the devil's number is not 666. Does anybody know the answer to that? Michelle, can you get someone on to confirm it? 429 there. I was always under the impression, like in those movies, what's those movies about the child is the devil, AJ? Damien the Omen. Damien the Omen. Wasn't his number 666? Yeah. 666 is the devil number, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's Satan's number, or the devil, or something like that. You know, something bullshit like that. But no, but it is 666, isn't it? Yeah, it is 666. Can anybody confirm or deny that? 6797104. That's our telephone number, not 666. Because I was always under the impression that the devil's number was 666. But one of our texters believes that it's not 666. A bit freaky. That is freaky. There's no explanation for it, really, is there? No, well, like, actually, Jeremy, I thought it was my reception, and then I said, no, but the phone wouldn't work. And then I was like, I was scratching my head. I was like, what's happening here? Like, you know, even other people were typing in the code, and it wouldn't work. It just going beep, and then the second attempt, beep, and I said, don't do it again because it'd be blocked. And then as soon as we were driving out, they pressed it, and do came back on. I was like, that's weird. So
Yeah, because if 666 was the devil's number, yeah, God wouldn't want that number in his church, sure he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. But I don't believe in God or any God, so I was like, well, what's going on here? I was freaked out. Like I was like, what's going on?
Let me try and get the answer, AJ. Okay.
All right.
Leave it with me. 6797 FM104. That's our telephone number. Can someone confirm or deny that 666 is in fact the devil's number? I'm going to try and look it up. But if you know, give me a call. Save me the hassle. Oh yeah, you can give me someone if you have a devil expert. If you've noticed, I have the devil music on in the background as well. Do you hear that? Because I believe in all that stuff. As you know from our Halloween shows every year, I'm into all that sort of jazz. Sorry, we have a devil expert, do we?
Yeah, just for you.
Okay, hang on. Let me just try and look this up myself, because I was always under the impression that it was 666, the number of the beast. No, hang on there. 666 devil. Okay, what does that say? Although I remember meeting a beast one night in a nightclub and her number was 666 as well, a long time ago. We won't go into that. Kimberly,
Hiya.
is the number of the beast 666?
Well, it must be, because it happened to me like 2 weeks ago at my little sister's confirmation, and I turned it off like that guy did, because I had to go into the church and stuff, and the vibrate on my phone is really loud, so I didn't want like anybody ringing me or anything like that. And the exact same thing, walked out while they were all getting photos.
Are you making this up just to freak me out?
Swear to God, it came to the church, had to turn my phone back on, and when I turned it on, it was like just one, it kept coming in, invalid. And I didn't want to enter a third time, because I was afraid it'd lock my phone or something.
Yeah, but if you put in the wrong pin, 3 times or whatever?
No, I think it must be 5 or something now, because I took it out of my phone and put it into my mum's phone, thinking maybe it's the phone that just comes locked,
Yeah.
When I put it into my mum's phone, it gave me another attempt, and I tried it, and the exact same thing was invalid. And it was, my pin is the exact same, but it was the pin that I actually got on my phone is 0666. And I nearly died, but as soon as we got out of the church, I was in the car on the way, I turned my phone off completely, left it off for a while, and it came back on.
Really? So everybody has 666 as their pin, clearly, do they?
I don't know, it's just when I got my SIM, that was my number. And my actual last 3 digits on my phone is 666.
And it wouldn't let you input the 666 because you were in the church?
Wouldn't let me do it.
That's freaky, isn't it?
I was just totally freaked out by it, but maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it's not, but I just thought it was really, really weird,
And do you believe in the devil and all that stuff?
I don't know, I wouldn't be afraid of dying to think I'm going to go to hell or anything like that, but I suppose after watching a scary film, yeah, you would be a bit scared walking home at night or going into your house, but...
Well, that's after freaking me out, I have to say. That is really after freaking me out. I'm going to try that the next time I'm in a church, try and put the L6s in.
Yeah, you'd have to change your SIM though. Your PIN number.
Oh, you would actually. Okay, leave it with me, Kimberly. We're going to try and find out. I know it's not near Halloween time or anything like that, but this is getting pretty freaky with the whole devil and 666 thing. John, you're a 666 expert, are you?
Well,
Are you with me?
I know a thing or two about the Bible, and it only occurs once in the Bible, which is in the last book, the Apocalypse, or the Book of Revelation. And it's the number of the Antichrist, which speaks of this great world leader to come in the end of times to set up a new economic order in the world, and it will be related to the number of it is 666.
Is that what it says? I'm going to try and find the quote in the Bible about it.
Yeah, it's in the Book of Revelation. I don't know the exact chapter, but it's the mark of the beast, or the Antichrist.
And it's definitely a 666, is it?
Yes, it is, yes.
So why are people texting in to say that it's not 666?
No, it is. Well, that's what the Bible definitely says, 666, because it's the number of extreme imperfection, which is related to the number of man is 6, the number of God is 7. So 666 is extreme imperfection, which is the son of Satan, or the Antichrist.
Yeah, it says here it's in the Book of Revelations. The number of the beast is 666. And the beast is obviously the devil, isn't he?
Well, the Antichrist is the son of Satan, the embodiment of Satan in the last days to deceive the whole world and set up a new economic order.
Oh.
it'll be related to the word to the number 666, which some people think is on the barcode or some kind of computer code hidden behind the scenes. Yeah.
And do you use 666 as your PIN on your phone?
Well, I wouldn't be superstitious. I mean, you can get it. It can become a superstition. That in that case, you'd have to rip out, page number 666.
Yeah, of course you would.
So it can become a superstition, but I wouldn't go down that road.
Okay, here's the quote. I'm after finding the quote. This is scary stuff. Okay, it says, you know the way the Bible's written, it's all gobbledygook, but it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 60.
Yeah, three score is 60, so 666.
Wow.
So it's extreme imperfection. It's a new economic system that's supposed to arise. The world economic order is going to collapse, and according to the Bible, in the last days, and this Antichrist will come up and save civilization just in time, and he'll set up a new economic system whereby nobody can buy or sell anything without this number or this chip. And
this fella will be the devil, will he?
Yes. Well, he's the Antichrist, which is the embodiment or the personification of Satan.
Jesus. There's a lot of fellas listening tonight now who will be checking their mother-in-laws later to see if they have 3 6s. Is that it's a mark that's on the body, is it?
Well, the Greek word charagma, which is for mark, it's meant to signify an incision, which some people think it's going to be a microchip implanted in everybody that they can buy. Or it'll be a cashless society that cash will be gone, and everybody will have to have this chip implanted, whereby they cannot buy or sell anything without it. That's the significance of that piece. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, John. Thank you very much. Michael, how are you? You're on FM104.
Not too bad, Jeremy.
Do you believe in this 666 thing?
I do indeed. To be honest with you, I actually have a story there now from experience that I want to share with you.
Yeah, go on.
I actually work in a hotel in Dublin, and there was actually somebody committed suicide now in one of the hotel rooms in Dublin, and supposedly now it came out that he was in touch with the devil and so on. And since then, the hotel room was closed down, I'd say, for about a year. And since then, to this day, we've had a lot of people coming in with complaints to the hotel that every time they're showering, believe it or not, now this is a true story, that every time they're showering, the number 666 comes straight up within steam on the mirror.
Really?
Yeah. No, that's 100% a true story.
Okay, so the mirror that's in this particular room, where somebody committed suicide, anytime you turn on the shower, the numbers actually come up on the mirror.
Anytime, yeah. Like as in, anytime you're actually having an electric shower in the shower and the mirror steams up, you can actually see the number 666 on the shower or on the mirror. Sorry.
Now, have you seen this number yourself, Michael?
One of my clients that I actually work with has seen it fully and left the hotel as a result of it because he thought that it was something to do with him. But it's this room number, which in fact the room number is actually 333, which, as you know, would be half of 666.
And do you believe in this sort of stuff?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I didn't before this happened, but with the amount of complaints and all coming down, anybody would believe it. You know what I mean?
That is absolutely crazy. So once again, the person that committed suicide in the room, yeah.
Yeah.
When did this happen? How many years ago did this happen?
It was summer 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Do we know why this person committed suicide?
No. It never came out. The person was a man. I was actually working in the hotel at the time. He was a man, and he only checked in for one night. And supposedly he checked in, and nobody kind of seen him. And the next day, when the housekeeping went up to the room, there he was. The room was actually shut. The hotel was actually closed for a week, but the room itself was shut for a month or two. And since it reopened, it's been happening since then. Do you know what I mean? Now the hotel are under serious pressure, I suppose, because
don't mention the hotel now, for God's sake.
No.
But this is really weird that he literally checked into the room just for one night, and didn't talk to anybody, did he not?
No. Nobody seen him or heard him at all. Do you know what I mean? Literally just the reception staff. He checked in straight up to the room, and that was the end of it. Do you know what I mean?
And how did he commit suicide? Do you know?
He hung himself
in the hotel room.
Yes.
Now, why would you book into a hotel room to do that?
geez, I don't know, Jeremy. I suppose to get away from.
Because you could do that anywhere.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, I suppose you could do it in a bit of privacy. Do you know what I mean? Where you're on your own and you're thinking of your thoughts. Do you know what I mean? In a hotel room, like.
Jeez, I feel sorry for the poor member of staff who found that body the next day or whatever. That must have been horrible.
Oh yeah. No, I know what you mean.
But you definitely believe that there's something with that room then, that the number 6, and have people tried to wipe the 666 off the mirror?
Yeah, and literally, like, I mean, it wipes straight off, but then it just happens again. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks very much, Michael. Thank you very much for your call. I'm, as they say in Finglas, I'm freaked. I'm freaked. That is scary shit, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse my French. There's one hotel room you won't be booking yourself into anytime soon. Anyway, there you go. We've confirmed the number of the beast is 666. Just while AJ, by the way, was talking there, we can use the scary music now. Just while AJ was talking there about the whole 666 in the church, has anybody ever done that other thing? We were talking a few weeks ago about the Bloody Mary thing, where you shout Bloody Mary in a mirror and she's supposed to appear. Has anybody ever done? Sorry, somebody just texted in. Who carries the number of the beast? Yeah, I'd say he does. Has anybody ever done the thing where you walk around the church 4 times or something like that at midnight? Can anybody tell me what happens when you do that? Evie.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting. You believe that if you hop around the pepper canister 30 times at midnight, you see the devil?
No, I don't believe it, but I've heard it's a rumour.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, the pepper canister is, that's a building that's up along the canal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a church.
Is that a church? Is it the pepper canister?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay. So you hop around this church 30 times at midnight.
Yeah.
And then the devil is supposed to appear.
Yeah, apparently.
Now, I have to say, if you hopped around a church 30 times, would you not be absolutely exhausted at that stage?
Yeah, probably.
You'd probably fall over and collapse.
Yeah, that's probably why no one's ever seen him.
Would you do that? Would you be up to doing that?
No, never.
If I was to arrange for us all to meet outside the Pepper Canister Church tonight at midnight?
Wouldn't happen.
Wouldn't happen. Thanks, Evie.
No problem.
It's a beautiful name, by the way.
Thank you.
How do you spell that?
Evie.
Evie. Thanks very much. It's a lovely name, isn't it? Evie. Yeah, the Pepper Canister pub. That Pepper Canister church. It's a pub as well, but there's a church as well. That's where all the ladies of the night hang out. All the prosies hang up around the Pepper Canister, seemingly. So if you do decide to go down to the Pepper Canister Church tonight at midnight and start hopping around in it 30 times, the chances are you'll be arrested because the guards will think you're looking for a prosie. Marie, how are you?
How are you? How are you, Jerry?
Grand. Now, you've news for me about this whole church thing, have you?
This is what I heard. It's
Go on.
called the Black Church. Now, I think, I'm not 100%, I think it's up somewhere around Dorset Street. And apparently, if you ran around it...
It's called the Black Church.
It's called the Black Church.
That's very racist. Go on.
No, it's called the Black Church.
I'm only joking. Go on, yeah.
And if you run around it, I don't know if it's 7 times or 11 times, you see the devil. Now, I spoke to people, old people, and they said, yeah, it's true. No, I wouldn't do it.
Would you not?
Would you run around and what would you do if the devil appeared in front of you?
How are you, devil? How are you doing?
Oh, Jesus, I'd be dead. I'm Mad Mary. Oh, my God. I even took the mirror back out of my bathroom.
Well, you don't have a mirror in your bathroom now?
Oh, in case I see that thing you were talking about. Oh, no.
Oh, the Bloody Mary thing.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd be terrified. I would be terrified.
So you believe in all that superstitious stuff, do you?
I do. Oh, I do, yeah. I wouldn't go. Would you go up and run around this church? I'm sure it's...
Well, I did. I ran around the Hellfire Club and the devil appeared on the wall during one of our Halloween shows.
I've ran around a few pubs, all right, and there was a few devils.
Yeah, there would be. And where's this Black Church place?
I think it's up somewhere around Dorset Street, off Dorset Street, or in around that way. And they call it the Black Church. I don't know why, because it just looks like a grey church. But they call it the Black Church. If you run around it, I don't know if it's 7 times or 11 times.
Jesus, who'd have the energy to run around the church 11 times?
Well, this is what they say. Maybe you only run around it once. When you run around it, you see the devil. And what would you do if the devil was standing in front of you?
Well, I don't know. What would you say?
Tell the tale.
What would you say to him? I don't know what you'd say to him.
I wouldn't say anything because I dropped dead.
Okay, thanks for that, Marie. Does anybody know where the Black Church... Oh, Annette, you know where the Black Church is, do you? Where's Annette now? This is all getting very freaky. Does anybody know where the Black Church is? Linda, have you ever heard of the Black Church?
No, I haven't. But I've heard of the Pepper Canister Church up in Mount Street.
Yeah, it's just off the canal there.
That's right.
Where all the prostitutes hang out.
Well,
Yeah.
before I lost my innocence a long day ago, we were told, like, if you go around that church, right, because I think all Protestant churches and Presbyterian churches, they always have willow trees and trees that look real, like, eerie.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Anyway, my sister said to me, oh, if you go around that so many times, you'll meet the devil. But I think that's a load of shit, do you know what I mean? I never have been superstitious. I haven't got a superstitious bone in me body.
Oh, what is the chance of the devil appearing outside the pepper canister or the church, the Black Church?
But anyway, I don't believe in the devil.
You don't believe in the devil? Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Well, then you have to believe in the devil.
No. I believe, what I believe is, right, there's good and bad in people. Right, it's in ourselves.
No, but I don't understand. People that believe in God have to believe in the devil.
Well, maybe there is, but I don't...
Because God himself, God is...
I don't, what it is I don't give him any thought.
No, we don't know. I think God and, weren't Jesus and Satan, they were buddies at one stage, weren't they?
That's true.
I'll have to find out about that. I'll look that up.
But all I say, I got married on Friday the 13th.
You did not, did you?
I did, yeah.
Just gone or years ago?
No, years ago.
Now, according to some people, the Black Church is the old Temple Theatre.
Don't say that to me.
The Temple Theatre.
What?
And when you decided to get married on Friday the 13th, did people say you were mad?
Well, they didn't have much choice because I picked the date. What happened was, right, 1988, May the 13th, 1988, I decided to get married because I was up the duff and whatever, and I said,
that's a beautiful reason for getting married. You're up the duff.
Yeah, but I can't wear a white beautiful wedding gown going up the aisle, right?
Oh, because you were fairly heavily pregnant, were you?
I was halfway there, so I said I'm not two-faced and I'm not against God, but we all want God on our side. But I just said to myself, oh well, I'll go to the registry office, right?
Yeah.
To sort everyone out. Now, my mother didn't turn up because she's Catholic, but the rest of the family turned up, whatever. But she minded the grandkids or whatever. But what happened was, the year before that, I had the most worst year you could ever imagine in your life. I had lost my father, and then I got pregnant, and then I went through the whole 9 months, and then I lost the baby on the 9th month. So I said to myself, well, fuck this. I don't care about a date.
Yeah, it's only a date, yeah.
It's only a date. So it happens that, we're still together like so many years on and whatever. But, I think it's all superstition.
It is. It's all... Friday the 13th isn't an unlucky day. I don't believe that.
No, it's what you make of it. It's like, if you wake up in the morning, right, and you say to yourself, oh, I don't feel great. Today's going to be a shit day. Well, you can be sure that today will be a shit day. It's all about, like, how you're focused on yourself and how you get out there. And if you smile at people, what can they do but smile back? And if you say hello to people, what can they say but hello? And it's all about your, what's the word?
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, PMA. Thank you very much, Linda. Let me go to, if you're to believe the text coming in now on 53104, the Black Church is in Ranelagh, it's in Rathmines, it's the old Temple Theatre, it's in Wicklow, says another person. Where the hell is the Black Church? Does anybody know? Pat, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
You're on FM104. Good evening. How are things?
Good. Thanks a million.
Now you were out last night having a night out.
Yeah, I was out in the south part of the inner city. Yeah.
South inner city, yeah.
To be honest, I wasn't going to call you until I met up with the lads tonight and explained what happened. They said, oh, you should give FM104 a call. Like, I wouldn't be a regular listener, to be honest. And
well, you're very welcome along. I hope you listen again.
It's my first time. Yeah, like they were here and they said, you should tell FM104 and get the voice of Dublin to...
Well, yeah, because we've thousands and thousands of people listening to us, so tell us what happened.
Well, like even the girl there, I think, didn't even believe me. Well, what happened was I was out and I came home alone because, I don't know, I left maybe the nightclub at 2 o'clock to Dublin and they finished maybe around 3 o'clock, is it?
Sorry, in what?
They finished in Dublin around 3 o'clock.
No, they're not supposed to, but some of them do. Yeah, go on anyway.
Yeah, well, I was coming out of this nightclub and I got a taxi. And it was a non-national, I'm not going to say of which origin.
Yeah.
And we were there and he started off and he was nice. He was talking about things. And I noticed that there's 2 ways to get to my apartment. And he took a different way. And then I was kind of like, he's just trying to rip me off. You know, I wouldn't take too much out of that. And he stopped by a canal and he said, like, he kind of held me up and to take all my money. Like, he really wanted to take all my money, you know. And he really threatened me and he locked me in the taxi and he wouldn't let me out. And he had a bar. And I'm pretty sure he was going to strike it. But I actually have a black belt in martial arts and I attacked him.
So hold on, whoa. So this taxi man, foreign national who tried to drop you home, tried to take all the money off you. And you were expert in martial arts.
Yeah.
And you took him on, did you?
I took him on and I left him actually with a broken collarbone and practically gave him a good hiding, which he deserved.
And did you get his taxi number?
No, well actually, to be honest, the guards came to my door this morning and I was sanctioned or summoned and I have to appear in court for assaulting a taxi man.
Well, you did assault him.
I did. Of course I assaulted him in self-defence, but the taxi man said in no way was he was verbally violent towards me because he said I was drunk, which I was not.
Well, you've been out drinking all evening, so you must have had a few drinks on you, had you?
Oh, of course, yeah, but I know what my limit is and I know my subconscious at times may be off, but to this time I was in the right. Self-defence, I thought, I'm either going to nail this guy or he's going to nail me.
So now you have to appear, but if you're going to be appearing in court, I think the best thing would be, Pat, that we don't continue this conversation anymore, because if it's going up before the court, we should probably finish the conversation. But what you're saying, it was complete self-defence, is it?
It was complete self-defence. Like, how can I be in the blame? And, like, I actually do believe if I hadn't done anything, he would have really, I don't even want to say it on the radio.
Well, you'll have your day in court, Pat. The best of luck. Get the old tin of fruit out, get the old suit out, and you will have your day in court. Darren.
Yes, how are you doing?
Good, how are things? We were talking about the Black Church. Where the hell, excuse the pun, where the hell is the Black Church?
Right, I'll tell you how to get to the church, okay? You'll be coming down by the Rotunda Hospital, yeah?
Rotunda Hospital, yeah.
The Rotunda Hospital. Make the turn there, the Rotunda's on your right, okay, one-way street. All the way up to the lights there where the Wax Museum used to be. It's the Maldron Hotel now, yeah?
Yes, that's where the Wax Museum is on the right, yeah.
No, straight through, there's a church in front of you which causes a V in the road, and that's the Black Church.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of people have told me that it's in Cabra.
No, that's Peter's Church.
That's Peter's Church.
There's loads of churches in Cabra. If you could, there's the Precious Blood and all of that one. That's the Black Church there. That's exactly where it is.
And that's the church you're supposed to walk around and see the devil.
That's the one.
And have you done it yourself?
No, I haven't.
And where's the Wax Museum gone now?
The Wax Museum is gone. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere else now, but it's the Maldron Hotel there now. It's where the old Wax Museum is. Straight through them lights, and there's the Black Church in front of you.
You're obviously a Northside gentleman, are you?
I am indeed.
Oh, you know where the Wax Museum is now? It's beside the Central Bank.
Beside the Central Bank, that's right, yeah.
That's where it is. Thanks, Darren.
No bother.
Cheers, bye-bye. And Chris, how are you, Chris?
I'm not too bad.
Good. You've information about the devil and his relationship with Jesus, because from
not really with Jesus, but the story says about it. It's with a God, because devil, you call it devil. It's his name was Satan.
Okay.
On one stage, he was a powerful angel, stood next to the God, but there was a conflict between them. And he was trying, he gathered all the powers and he tried to overthrow the God and take the throne and take the leadership. But the God was too powerful to manage him, and that's why he was banished from heaven for eternity. And his name is not the devil; it was Satan, and he was once an angel.
So basically, the devil used to be a goodie, didn't he?
He used to be in the side of a God. Yeah, he used to be an angel. Yeah, and that's the Bible says as well.
That's absolutely crazy stuff, that is. So they had a big falling out.
Yes, yeah.
And now they're back. They haven't made up since then. Sure, they haven't.
No. That's now the totally different side, and that's a black and white, good and bad, and that's why everything runs like it runs. And it's the story says as well that's going to be a war for eternity, for war for humanity and for the good and bad in the world, and that's the beliefs.
And do you believe that the devil is here on earth?
I don't know if it's on earth, but if you're a Christian, you have to believe in good and bad, and if you believe in God, you have to believe in the devil as well.
Okay, thanks very much, Christopher.
Not about it.
Bye. There you go. You see, like every good friendship, we all have a friend that we used to be friends with, now we've fallen out with. That was the same with JC and the devil. They used to be buddies, but seemingly the devil decided that he was better than Jesus, and he said, listen, I want to be in charge here. You don't know what you're doing. I'm running the show here. And then Jesus went to his daddy, God, and said, here, Daddy, Mr. Satan here isn't being nice. He wants to take over. And we all had friends like that when we were kids. Remember the friend who always wanted to be the leader of the pack? Remember that little asshole of a friend that we all had when we were kids? Who always wanted to, you had to do what he wanted to do. We're playing here and we're playing there. Remember those friends? Well, that's what the devil was, basically. And then Jesus fell out with him. Jesus went running back to his daddy and said, here, Daddy, you sort that out. My friend's not playing nice. And Daddy banished Satan, sent him down to hell. And the relationship hasn't been the same ever since. And they'll never be friends again. Now, I was talking a few minutes ago, and I want to see, it's one of my famous lists, ladies and gentlemen. But there's actually nothing on the list. There's only 3 things on the list at the moment. But I want to try and compile a list, okay? Because I was only talking about this to a mate of mine earlier on. Did you know Irish people and slang? Irish people are great for slang. But did you know that there are absolutely dozens of words, Irish slang words, for women? Yes, there is. What is your slang word for women? You can call us now, 6797 FM104. We'll put you straight on. I simply want to know what your slang word for women is. I want to compile a list, and there are loads. I just have to put 2 after popping into my head straight away. Bird would be the most popular one, so we write that one down. Bird. Me bored. There's loads more. 6797 FM104. Can you guess, or can you put some more on the list here? These are Irish slang words for women. Myself and my mate earlier on, I think we counted about 15, maybe 20 words for women. But what else do you think should be on that list? Bird will be the top one, I think. Irish lads use that all the time. Me bird. So we're going to put that down. As I said, I actually thought of 15 of them earlier on, and I should have wrote them down, but I can't think of them anymore. But if you can, 6797104. Don't text. It's calls only. Won't be reading out your texts. So calls only. What are Irish slang words for women? So I've bird. What's that other one? Yeah, you can put those straight to Michelle, okay? James, is it? How are you? You're on FM104. Or Jamie, how are you?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Speak up there.
Yeah.
Now give me an Irish slang word for women.
L1.
L1. Yes, we'll put that on the list. Okay, bird, L1. The L1. People call their mother that all the time, don't they? Emma, how are you? Hello, Emma?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Good. Now give me an Irish slang word for a woman.
Mott.
Oh, the moss. Now, do you like being called that, do you?
No, I think it's a horrible word, but all my friends say it.
Really? Have you got a boyfriend, have you?
Yeah.
And does he call you the moss?
No, I'd hit him.
And what about bird?
Bird, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind that as much.
Really?
Yeah, not as much. I don't love it now, but...
Well, what's the difference between moth and bird?
I don't know, I just think it sounds nice.
Okay, thanks very much, Emma. Well done. We're going to put that on the list as well. Let me go to Sandra. How are you, Sandra?
Hello.
Hiya, we've bird, Elwyn, moss. What else have you got?
The queer one.
The queer one. Yes, isn't that what lads call their wives, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you got a husband?
Oh yeah.
What does he call you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
No, I
You
don't.
don't want to know. Thanks very much, Sandra. The queer one. Yeah, I remember that now. Liz, how are you? You're on FM104.
Hi.
Hiya, what word have you got?
Well, you won't mind saying I was going to say ma, but I suppose the ball and chain.
Oh, the ball and chain. Now, do you get called Bird or Moss or any of those names?
No, because I'd bait the head off and you call me out like that.
You don't like any of those nicknames, do you?
No.
Thanks.
Ma, it's like, well, when my sister used, like, she's married, like, 40 years, like, and they all called each other ma.
So if your fella called you the Bird or the Moss or the Elwyn or the ball and chain, you'd smack him?
Yeah.
Well done, good girl. Well done, Liz. We're looking for Irish slang words for women. There's loads and loads. Brendan, how are you?
Jamie, how are you?
Good, give me a word, quick.
The War Office.
The what?
The War Office.
Ah, yeah. What? I never understood what that was all about. What is the War Office?
Oh, the arguments all the time.
Do you call your wife the War Office?
Yes.
And do you say it to her face?
No.
Yeah, damn right you don't. You wouldn't have the balls. Anne, how are you?
Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
How are things? Give me a word.
Well, my family's from Cork, and they all call us old dolls.
Old dolls?
Yeah. Or they say, "Where's my old doll?"
So give it to me in the Cork accent. What would a Cork man say?
They'd be like, "Right, bye, where's your old doll?"
Where's me old doll, boy?
Yeah, and they call their mothers old maids.
That's not very nice, is it?
Yeah, and it depends on what side of the city you're from. Sometimes they call them old maids, or sometimes they call them old laids.
And yeah, well, I can understand that. And have you ever been called an old doll by a fella in Cork?
Loads. I went to college down there, so I was always referred to as an old doll.
And do you find that endearing, being called an old doll?
Well, I wouldn't say on radio what I call them back, so...
Okay. Thanks, Anne. Cheers. There we go. There's one we never heard of. Old doll. We're looking for Irish slang words for women, and we're up to 10 so far. Rose, how are you?
Hello, Jeremy. How are you?
Good. What word have you got?
I have the old oil painting.
The oil painting?
No, the oil painting.
Oil painting?
Yeah.
And are you an oil painting?
Well, that's what my husband always says when he's coming in, and you just say, "I'm going home to the oil painting."
Isn't that a lovely thing to say? Well, I think it is. Thanks, Rose, the oil painting. Here's another one. And I only learnt this one a couple of years ago. And I think it's, maybe someone can confirm it on 53104. I think it's a Drogheda sort of Dundalk word. The mare. Have you ever heard that, Michelle?
No, never.
Yeah, I was with a good-looking mare last night. I'm going to write that down, but if anybody knows where that came from. I thought a mare was a female horse. Tanya, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
How are things now? What word have you got?
The missus.
Ah, the missus. That has to be the most popular one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that's offensive to be called the missus?
No, not really.
What about the bird?
The bird or the moth.
And did your fella call you the bird or the moth?
No, he knows better not to.
We might have a conversation about this during the week. Do women actually have a problem being called bird and moth?
Yeah, well, I'm not a fluffy thing that floats around and flies around a light.
And that gets stamped on. You're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have a big issue with bird or moth, do you?
Yeah.
But it's only a word, isn't it?
No, not really.
What about the other half?
Well, no, I don't know. I don't call him anything really. I don't call him by his name neither.
But if he called you a bird or a moth, you'd slap him across the face?
Yeah, he knows not to though, he wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with you either, Tanya. Thanks very much.
He'd go back. Thanks.
Good luck. Bye-bye. Okay, we'll take a couple more. So far, we're up to about 15. Here's another one. I'm going to write this one down. I heard a fella calling his missus this recently. The El Biddy. Lisa, how are you?
Grand, not a bother, not a bother.
Now, what word have you got for me?
Trouble and strife.
Ah, the trouble and strife, which is a slang term for wife.
Yes, exactly.
Have you got a man in your life?
I certainly do have a man in my life.
And what does he call you behind your back?
Well, I don't know what he calls me behind my back, but he certainly wouldn't say it to my face because he knows what you guessed.
Yeah, see, we're all brave when you're not around.
Well, see, that's man all over, you see.
And would you have a problem with the word bird or moth?
I would, yes.
Really?
No, yes, I would. No, I wouldn't have that at all. No, definitely not. Like, you know what I mean? When he's when we're out together, like, you know what I mean, I'm his wife. I don't care what he says behind my back, but definitely not. If he called me ma, if he said that's me ma or that's me board or whatever, he knows better. I'm telling you now, he knows better.
And what about me bitch? That's my bitch.
Well, I tell you something now. If he said to me that's my bitch, I'm telling you now that'd be the last word he'd speak.
Oh really?
Yes.
You'd rip his tongue out, would you?
I couldn't say what I'd do on air.
Oh, okay. Rip his balls off then.
Exactly.
Thanks, Lisa. I knew what you were getting at there. One last one. Gavin, how are you, Gavin?
How's it going?
Hey, what word have you got?
Yoke.
Yoke?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me you call your girlfriend your yoke.
Yeah.
You don't, do you?
Swear to God.
And you're still going out with her, are you?
Yeah, she loves it, she does.
She loves being called a yoke.
Yeah.
I can just picture you, Gavin, in the pub and going home to ride the yoke. Is that what you say?
Yeah, exactly.
You're romantic, you know that, Gavin?
I know, yeah.
You're pure romantic. The yoke. Kieran.
Oi, how's it going?
What have you got for me?
Bure.
The what?
Bure.
How do you spell that?
B-U-R-E. It's the way the travellers would say it.
Is that a traveller word, is it?
It is, yeah. Me bure.
That's what traveller men call their wives.
It is indeed, yeah.
To their face?
Of course, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going home to meet the Bure.
That's it.
Thanks, Kieran.
No problem.
Cheers, bye-bye, bye-bye. And there's lots of ones coming in that we can't actually mention because they're, yeah, a lot of people are saying Bure is travel. So we have, what have we got? Here's one that you all forgot. Bit of fluff. These are also complimentary, they really are. So far we have, here's the list. The El Biddy, the bird, the mare, the bit of fluff, the Bure, the yoke, the filly, the trouble and strife, the missus, the other half, the El Biddy, the bit of fun, old dolls, oil painting, the mare, the war office, the ball and chain, the queer one, the bird, the L one, the mott, and then of course you have all the rapper ones. Me hoe, me bitch, me slut. And Gavin's one, or was it Kieran? I'm going home to me yoke. And Jared in Poplar Tree, and it's a good one to finish on, says, Jeremy, my ex was known as the sniper. I don't want to know. No, you don't call a woman your wet thing. Seriously, lads. Jesus.